one can read this as a concession of public pressure.
Is it just John Roberts though who decides this, or are all the Supreme Court justices coming together in the emergency docket and making these decisions in the same way that they would make any ruling? And I ask that because this is a Supreme Court that is not particularly interested in being responsive to public pressure. This is a court that is wholly and completely basically owned by the Trump administration. We see virtually every case decided on party lines on a 6-3 basis, very often in stark defiance of stare decisis, of precedent, the same precedent that all of these people promised to follow to the ends of the earth when they were doing their confirmation hearings. But going back to that question, is it all of the judges who are involved in these decisions, or is it just some small number of them?
This went to the panel. I'm going to read the decision in its entirety. It just says the application for stay presented to the Chief Justice and by him referred to the court is deferred pending oral argument in January 2026. And they direct the clerk to establish a briefing schedule and everything like that. So we know that this was the panel and that they kicked the can down the road. They put it on. So we don't know what went into the decision. We don't know if the Supreme Court is essentially hearing the federal judges saying, you're deciding everything on the emergency document. There has been case after case where they're handing victories to the Trump administration without any sort of explanation whatsoever. Or if this is because they said earlier that the Federal Reserve is a red line for them, and there's some disagreement in the panel. We'll see. But this is something to your program. You mentioned precedent, the growing precedent, and the Humphreys executor example of the FTC. It's hard to think of their example of that because Humphreys executor is still on the pen, and that still protects the FTC and protects the FTC commissioner from political interference. They had overruled it, but before they overruled it, they let Trump remove an FTC commissioner. It's an astonishing thing, and the fact that they did not go so far this time is sort of free, and one that we cannot tell. Because again, it's an unexplained decision, but one that worked out in favor of an independent government entity.
So
how much focus are you putting on what happens when they actually hear this case on the merits? Because I guess this could show once and for all the extent to which this court would give full deference to Trump. When they hear this case on the merits, they can either back up the decision that we saw today, which is that Lisa Cook can remain in her position, that does not have the authority to fire the Federal Reserve governor, or when they hear this thing on the merits, they can say, you know what, yes, we stayed this thing on the emergency docket, but now that we've put this case on the merits, we are going to defer to Donald Trump and basically continue not to allow him to chip away at the independence of these independent agencies. Yeah, but we'll find out where they actually stand because we've been just getting these things. The emergency docket, just where Trump asks, hey, let me do this. Let me remove the FTC. Let me remove this narcissistic protections order. Let me remove this person. And they say yes. And in this one case, they say no. When you have a ruling, two people on record. When you have a ruling, you have reason. So so many lower court judges have them being lectured by some of the conservative justices like Gorsuch saying that you are not free to defy our orders in response from the federal judges who are facing intense pressure, including threats and harassment, are saying we don't know what you're ruling. You're asking us to obey an order that you haven't explained. So one of the good things about the term beginning, or arguments beginning, is that the Roberts Court is going to have to speak in something other than unexplained emergency docket orders that actually will reveal where they stand.